Right, so here I am back at my mate's flat in Hardwick. Now it's funny is this, because this lad who I'm stopping with, I've known him years. I've known him at least 2 years. I do wish to protect his anonymity to some extent. All I'm prepared to say at the moment is that my mate is he manages a bar in the city. He's currently working. It's what, 3 o'clock in the morning, and he won't finish for another couple of hours yet. So while the cat's away, the mice will play, so to speak. But anyway, so yeah, I've known him for, it'll be coming up to 3 years later on this year. In his professional capacity, I used to drink at the bar where he works, and you know, I'd always have a nice word with him, have a bit of a natter with him. And then it's funny how a long time ago we became friends on Facebook, and then I saw him last weekend, and I've got to be brutally honest here. For the last 18 months, my mate's been going to the gym and has really been putting a lot of effort into his gym training. He's got a personal trainer and he's been doing really well, and he's really buffed up his body. And also it really shows in his face. I noticed last weekend, I was just really taken aback. He's got this really strong, masculine face now, coupled with his boyish attitude towards life and his sense of humour. I was just taken away last weekend. So anyway, I sent him a message on Facebook. It was Monday afternoon, this bank holiday Monday afternoon, and I just said, I told him at the weekend when I saw him, he was asking me, he says, where are you these days? I used to live over here, and I says, well, I'm back with my mum and dad in Batley. And he just went, oh God, that must be hell. So on Monday afternoon, I sent him a message on Facebook, and I says, would it be alright if I came over and stopped the night? You know, get away from Batley, get away from my mum and dad. He says, yeah, sure, come over. So I came over here on Monday. Let me tap my sash. I came over here on Monday evening, got in about 10 o'clock at night, and we had a bit of a natter. To cut a long story short, we just, he said he started preparing a duvet. This is a 1-bedroom flat, and he started preparing a duvet. I said, what's that for? He says, well, you're going to sleep on settee, aren't you? I says, no, I prefer to sleep in bed. So anyway, we slept together, but we just slept, yeah, no hanky-panky. Woke up Monday, we went round Manchester on Monday, and Monday, what happened Monday? Tuesday this is. Tuesday, I went home on Tuesday for an hour or two, and then I came back about midnight. Anyway, you know how things go, you know how things happen. We started necking on settee. Yeah, it was really nice, and we became quite intimate. It was really nice. And then Wednesday, wakes up on Wednesday. It's funny, I can't remember the order of events, but at some stage again on Wednesday we became quite intimate. And then I went home. On sometime Wednesday evening. Anyway, Friday night, and here I am again. And it's funny, I was thinking earlier, I came to live in Manchester. It'll be 3 years ago later on this year that I came over to live in Manchester, under entirely different circumstances. Very, very long story. To cut it down a bit, my best friend of 20 years had passed away in November of 2012. I'd inherited a large amount of money. He'd been kind enough to leave me a large amount of money. I was convinced that the world would end on the 21st of December 2012, and what I had to do was just get through somehow, just get to the 21st of December 2012. So my attitude was entirely different. There was the sorrow and the pain of having lost my best friend, and all the love and support which he'd given me. There was a real sense of, I don't like that word, ego, but I had a lot of brass, and I thought that the world should bow down to me. And also that feeling that the world, that something is going to end, that there's going to be a big catastrophe, whether it's the world ending or another catastrophe. If you've got that feeling that something bad, something destructive is going to happen, then it really does play havoc with your mindset and the way that you act with other people. It really plays havoc with those relationships. So it wasn't a very, very nice time. It's funny how a lot of people ask me, they say, "Oh wow, did you have a really good time with that money?" My friend left me £250,000, and it's all gone up the wall. And people say, "Wow, you must have had a really, really nice time." It was one of the hardest times of my life. It really, really was. So now I'm back in Manchester, playing around in Manchester with an entirely different set of circumstances, and this time I'm wondering, I'm curious sometimes, whereas before I used to say it's impossible to have a fulfilling life if you have a boyfriend, if your life revolves around another guy. I'm curious now. I'm saying, is it possible to make your life very fulfilling by revolving your life around another lad and his life revolving around yours? Is it possible? What can you do? And I think that's a nice way to be in life, to be curious, to wonder if you can do certain things, whatever those things are. Anyway, I'll shut your mouth. I'll just give you a view off the balcony here. Yeah, just hang on. What a view it is. It's a balcony. I've always liked Manchester at night. Don't take the mickey, I just think Manchester's lovely at night. There you can see in the distance, you can see the Kirk in the Beaver Tower. Down there you've got the Mancunian Way. Okay. And that's about it really. So yeah, thanks for watching. See you soon.